Hey everybody, this is Jesse here at Jesse Lee Strength and Fitness. Welcome back. This is a recap of run number 24 using the Garmin Connect app, and it's the 5K training program using Coach Amy. So on the Garmin Connect app, there's three different coaches: Coach Greg, Coach Amy, and Coach Jeff. I did a training program with Coach Jeff earlier in the year. Now I'm doing a coaching training program with Coach Amy, and my 5K is on Saturday. So today is Monday. Today is and the only unfortunate thing is this training program is about 2 weeks off from the actual 5K. So she's kind of having me. She'll build me up and then taper, and I'll actually kind of be on my own a little bit this week. So I'm still kind of considering a couple of options. Today was a 1.5 mile run, and I just tried to push my pace. And then my kind of tentative back in my mind goal of this week is to honestly just kind of rest my soft tissues, probably doing some foam rolling, my rituals, and I might go out for a lighter jog midweek, but I just kind of want to rest. My inclination is to rest on this one. I do have still a little bit of a hot spot on my left foot, right where the laces tie. So there's some potential that I've been tying my laces too tight. I don't know. I'm a little bit torn on that because I really like that secure feeling of having my heel in the heel cup. But I think there's been a little bit of, maybe it's the shoe, but I just on these top two tendons on the top of my foot, when I lace those shoes fairly tight, I can feel that. So we'll have to just kind of see how that plays out, and hopefully that heals up. But there are going to be things that are going to come up along the way. I've been training now. I mean, this is, I did 12 weeks of training on Coach Galloway's program, went right into this, and this is probably the 10th week. So that's 22 weeks of 5K training without really an extended break. So probably after this 5K will just be a little bit of a rest, and then I'll probably gear up for that 10K training, which is going to be a race this fall. Yeah, I'm just kind of feeling a little bit generally, not necessarily fatigued in a sense, but just I feel like there's just kind of some midsummer blues and some things happening. So I think it's good to recognize that, maybe just see what those feelings are all about. Understanding, is it coming from the training? Is it coming from work? Is it coming from other outside factors? And just try to do maybe some journaling to figure out, what's really bothering me here. But that's just a little bit of insight into the other things. It's not just the athlete, and it's not just the training, and it's not just the training protocol. The human being inside too also needs care and tenderness, and also just some curiosity around, what's ailing. So as I said, today's warm up was 2 minute warm up, a 1.5 mile run, and a 2 minute cool down. A 1.74 miles total, 14 minutes and 44 seconds. And so I was pushing the pace pretty hard today, and I actually was odd. There was a loud noise going on east of town, so I was running that way just to, I don't know, see if I ran across it. And while I was pushing the pace, I also had a neighbor drive up and right beside me and stop me during my run. So I didn't pause the run. So I stopped for about 20 or so seconds. So I'm going to assume this pace was a little bit faster. He wanted to know what the noise was, and I told him that I didn't know. I ran towards it, but it sounded like a really loud fan, and I never saw exactly what it was. So not sure what kind of voodoo that was, but that's okay. I did get a little bit of rest, and then I tried to push hard home, so I got a 6:45 pace on the way home on that last half mile. Still, it was a hard struggle. I feel like the Mondays are just kind of those Mondays. It's kind of hard, but it's good to get out and do the thing, and just no matter what happens. So I looked at last time I ran this same exact distance, 1.74, 14:32 with a 7:07 and a 6:49. So the numbers are there. I think it's just a matter of getting some rest this week, trying to show up and have a good run. Even though I'm having a little bit of the blues, just kind of work through it, try to get some rest this week, pay attention, do some journaling, and ask some good questions of myself. So I hope that helps you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great day.